opinion. So, Ron, now you're joining us here. Any thoughts that you have on that last game, aside from the fact that Rib seemingly a total beast?
I cannot wait for this meta to be over. We're so close to PTR. The PTR is so good. Really, as we continue to go on through BlizzCon and into now, it's really what teams are going to change it up a little bit. Hanzo has shown to be a great offensive pick for the teams that are really, really good on Hanzo, especially on maps like Hollywood and Kings Row, where if you have the Hanzo-Zarya combo, you could do a lot of things. And I think that will continue to be a thing we'll see teams do, especially in place of something like the McCree or the Reaper in favor of another DPS hero. On the flip side, I think we're going to have Roadhog continue to be in. It's still a hook that's every 6 seconds. It could be the most annoying hero in the entire game. And then I think the last thing for Cloud9 is Kai can play D.Va, which is a good counter to Roadhog, and the PTR is coming soon. It's going to be really good. D.Va goes really fast. It's kind of insane. And at the same time, they can still put Surefour on Zarya and feel really good about themselves running triple tank. So I'm actually liking Cloud9 and how they've been playing so far.
Alrighty, so we are in the map number 2. The choice of LG was Nepal, so we'll be getting some Nepal action in here, and we'll see what compositions teams do come out with here, but Surefour was teasing the idea of coming out the Genji, instead swapping to the McCree, and so Hex, what do you think about that here? We see both teams coming out the McCree, just in general.
Well, the McCree duel should be fun to watch. Icefeld was always touted as a big get for a team, whatever team he was going to land on. A lot of people were after him because of his hit scan aim and because of his talent in FPS games overall. So we are going to have a cowboy duel. Teams running identical rosters though, for the most part. But Surefour's McCree is probably the best in the world, most consistent in the world. So Icefeld has his work cut out for him.
That's interesting. I agree that Surefour's McCree is one of the very best in the world, but he is going against Taimu's McCree when you make that claim, so yeah, that's a little bit rough, but C9. Mendo gets the backline early on here, gets Mineral. Surefour just peppering and shots over the top, takes down Zave, so 2 very fast kills coming out here from C9, and C9 just moving forward. Icefeld will be losing that McCree versus McCree duel, so C9, very convincing first take here versus LG.
I think one of the reasons you want to run McCree, and one of the reasons that we've seen McCree come up a little bit more lately, is I think it shuts down Reaper in a great way. Not only the flashbang, but I've mentioned it in previous casts. Reaper only is happy at plus 200 health. You hit a headshot and he's pretty much out of the fight. You don't even have to kill a Reaper to get him out of the fight with McCree.
Well, here we go. Zave is coming in here with the nano boost, puts the nano boost on Manitin. Manitin not able to get much done here, still killless, while Mendo gets that backline again, takes down Spree, sets up Kai, and C9 handling that nano boost pretty well. And I'm not sure there, Hex, what was that? Was that C9 positioning well, or is that just Manitin missing shots?
I think it is probably more the latter. You expect a lot more out of your Reaper there, especially with it when you're not getting hard CC'd. Sometimes you get boosted there and the Reaper doesn't get anything done because he gets first shattered or hooked or flashbang, something like that. Not the case. And right now it's Cloud9 who has everything in their advantage. However, Icefeld trying to turn it around.
Icefeld was able to find Mendo, played a little bit of a game of peekaboo. Deadeye coming in from the side. It's 2 pickoffs here from Icefeld, and LG using that opportunity very well. Icefeld setting up his team for glory, now moving in for Surefour. Surefour having the back off. Wolf just trying to get out alive. C9 will successfully back off, but as a result, they are going to be losing that point.
One of the most important things, though, is not only winning the fight there, but able to get a couple ults out of Cloud9 in the process as they try to get on equal footing of their ultimates. They made Adam burn his sound barrier, Graviton out as well, so they are now climbing back into the lead with ultimates because they're going to have sound barrier up first. And Icefeld is, after that very first fight, has put on a show on his McCree.
Icefeld able to take out Surefour there, coming in, looks for the flashbang over the top, doesn't quite get it, but still LG at an advantage here, and let's take a look at Manton, has Death Blossom, will be spinning in, but it's Rib with a charge and the 4K. Oh my goodness, Rib still continuing to put on a show and quite literally cleaning house here, Hex.
Rib has been amazing for a long time, so not necessarily surprising that he continues to do it here. That's why a lot of people like this Cloud9 roster so much. You keep the core of Cloud9, who was already pretty dominant in North America when they had their full 6, and you add in an all-star at every other position. Rolf, Rib, and Mendo, all great individual players, and it looks like they're really gelling together now as a team. They're one fight away from taking this first stage.
Absolutely, and take a look at Mendo. He will be having that Death Blossom here and after ready. Spree's gonna open up at the Graviton, but Mendo not caught. So sneaks his way to the back, blows Death Blossom, then immediately removes Abe from the fight. Still down 2 people though, C9. So C9, a little bit of a disadvantage here. Mendo not gonna be able to get out of here, and LG, off of that Graviton by Spree, will be retaking the point, and that was an interesting fight there, Hex, where obviously Spree got really good Graviton. Do you think Mendo should have sort of gone for the flank a little bit earlier?
Maybe, but I think the best thing about LG, and I noticed this weeks ago, I think in a Lenovo tournament, is that their disengage game is really, really strong. They got hit with the Ana grenade, and they were all low health, and instead of trying to fight and just try to gut it out and hope, they all backed around a corner, found a better position to avoid that damage too. And their disengages, even on Hollywood, were good as well. I think they're one of the stronger teams at getting out of fights they know they can't win.
All right, here comes Surefour off the Graviton from Kankai, coming in with the flanking Deadeye. Mendo's already picked up one. Surefour looking for a little more. Happy Little Skulls coming up. Gets absolutely not off that. But C9 still in a good position here in this fight. Mendo might be outgunned, but here comes the Cowboy and Surefour. Soundbearer is down. Ruster, though, coming in with the Earth Shatter of his own. Doesn't get too much of it, but it's definitely C9 in the driver's seat here. Nothing is stopping Surefour from landing shot after shot. Will be taking down Spree and is still looking for more.
Spree tried to clean that up. Both of the Reapers got slept by beautiful darts on the Ana play. Now we have a 2v2 right now as it looks to get to about 100%. This is going to be really gritty. 2 tanks here trying to fight a single DPS and a Lucio. So right now, neither of them really want to engage. Everyone just wants to hold on until their team gets there.
How is Zabe still alive? He blasted so long at Surefour, and as a result is still able to heal his team. However, LG goes in a little bit haphazardly there. C9 with the immediate punish. Surefour coming in from the flank once more. Maybe this time he'll get his Ana. No, it's going to be Kankai with it first. But as a result, C9 at 99% will be retaking this point. Oh man, props to Zave there at the very end. That was great to stay alive that long, especially against a McCree like Surefour.
1-0.
A little crisper of a reinforcement initiation towards the end. They're just 2 people on the point, and I don't think either of them really were looking to fight, because in that situation, the first person to lose or the first team rather, to lose a person is definitely going to lose that, as the other 2 will collapse on you. But what looked like Cloud9's all the way through that got brought back by LG, and I think a lot of it was what I mentioned before. Their disengage game is really, really strong, and it has been for a while. I think it's actually the best thing that this Luminosity team does.
Now, Hex, what do you think of the switch up here coming out here from LG? Do you think it feels like they've done their homework? Because you have a Winston versus a Genji here. In theory, isn't this pretty good here for the side of LG?
It definitely should be, and I wonder if Ruster was planning to run this regardless. Maybe Surefour is known to run this Genji on this map, but it should, in theory, favor them. But I think he wanted to run it here just for this leap over the stairs.
Well, first 2 kills are going to go the way of C9. Rib making magic happen once more. Was able to find Mineral with that Fire Strike. Surefour takes down Spree, so 3 quick kills coming out. Winston versus Genji or no, this is definitely working out here from C9 as Zave trying to stay alive. Not going to happen. Takes the hammer to the face as C9 takes the point.
The Winston over the stairs kind of meta that we used to see on this map is a little bit over. It has to be done so perfectly. Winston has to go in, has to get a bubble, and then you have to coordinate with your other DPS to get there on time to follow it through. Icefeld was not able to follow it through there, got caught up in the mess that was on that stair fight. Rib takes down Mineral early, already a tough re-engagement here for LG.
Absolutely, and Rib's play has just really been standout here. I know that we've had eras where Reinhardt's have always looked good, but Rib right now is looking phenomenal. Just what he's been able to do in this Reinhardt has been great, and he's holding on to an Earth Shower here from the next fight, so if LG's not careful, they could just be running into it, and here they go, LG on the way in. It's going to be Ruster making space on the Winston, trying to create that, but there's Rib. Earth Shatter comes down, knocks down one, sets up Mendo for the quick and easy kill, goes for the charge, and C9's still in a great position here. LG trying to fight it back, but they're getting poked down pretty heavily, and as a result, C9 very likely take this fight.
Extremely patient, though, from Rib right there, as they were trying to jump in with Ruster to create some space, maybe pull Rib back. He didn't fall for it at all, stood there with his shield and just Earth Shatter the remaining 3 coming in, because when you see that Winston dive, you know everyone is soon to follow. Now, what you mentioned earlier, that they were running this Winston, and it should be good for them against Surefour, they might need a Reinhardt, or what do you think they should switch?
It's hard to say, because in theory it still might be decent, but the lack of Rhine definitely hurting them quite a bit here, especially with how Rib is playing it. And you take a look at C9, they have the Dragon Blade at the ready. Nano Boost is already coming in here, and here's Mendo spinning right into the heart of the LG team. Takes down Spree right away. Gonna be looking for a little bit extra here. 3 kills here to C9, and C9 just mopping things up here. And Hex with 14% left here with the last fight underway. What, if anything, can LG do to bring this forward?
I think they need to stop trying to initiate through the side doors. Yeah, just throw the grab right in there and hope for the best. That's all they could really do. Icefeld unable to get in and land his pulse bomb, though, as Kai cleans up the rest of it. I think I would have liked to see that a little bit earlier. Going through these side doors allows the defense to get you kind of in this crossfire position where Mendo is always going to be in the corner. Everyone else is out there ready for you. If just forcing them into a fight in a hallway and hoping for the best is kind of what you want there. I know I talked about how bad it is to fight a hallway, but that room's a little bit better. You don't have to come through the choke.
Absolutely, and it's interesting how that choke point works out, but C9 absolutely able to keep control of it at the very end. A lot of different looks at it too, whether it be Dragon Blade, whether it be Death Blossom, Graviton, etc. And here we go. We've been seeing this out of a lot of teams recently. Rogue is like running it. We saw it in the Overwatch World Cup. We saw it from LG and Northern Gaming way back in the day. And Cheer4 very well could be coming out here with this Bastion here, Hex.
It is a kind of Cloud9 special here that you run Bastion up over through the top, and if you can just chunk through the damage and any sort of shields, you should be fine. But the first couple picks are extremely important. They, again, are trying to run this Winston into it, but not working out so well as Ruster goes down immediately.
Ruster just caught the business end of that Bastion. Kai got the cleanup, and now you take a look at C9. They're 6v5 here. Icefeld going to get mowed down, and Cheer4 having himself a round right now. 2 extra kills coming out here from the Bastion. It's given C9 the control they need here, Hex, as Mineral just gets mowed down towards the very end. So, C9, what do you think of this Bastion opening?
It's always worked for them. Short 4 on this Bastion has been on this point time and time again. I don't know if there's necessarily an answer that teams can run to this. If you know it's coming, maybe run a Genji and hope that that works out for you in the opening salvo, but we're a lot in the same position as the last map. How are they going to initiate? How are they actually going to get in on this?
Well, right now, it does look like they're coming in over the top. And Winston Melee on the back out. It's going to be Spree getting mowed down. Ruster getting mowed down. And here comes the tank just for some extra cleanup. Short4 on a 3-kill. Makes it 4. Bounces into the air. And, oh, man. I know I should get too excited over Bastion, but it's still pretty entertaining to watch, especially if it works out as well as this. C9 right now, 33% to 0.
Bastion is really tough to deal with once you have him set up like this. The best way to kill him is when he first starts rolling out there and you do not let them get set up. I mean, that's kind of every King of the Hill map, though, in its essence, right? Once you're trying to push in, you're in a rough spot. I don't know if that they really have the answer here. Maybe Icefeld can get in there, drop this bomb. That's exactly what they're going for.
Icefeld does drop the bomb, immediately takes down Cheer4, so 2 kills very quickly coming out here from LG. LG has finally cracked the wall of Bastion, but the res was on deck, so as a result, it's going to be C9 coming right back out. A standard way of playing Bastion with that Mercy. They lived long enough to build the res. LG still with a lot of momentum here, though, so C9 not out of the hot seat here just yet. You do see Cheer4 looking to take out Winston. Primal Rage letting him tank a lot of those shots. And speaking of tanks, tank mode now coming out once more from Cheer4. C9 drops the beat. Cheer4 blows up Mineral, blows up Ruster. And just like that, it's going to be C9 withstanding the push and holding on. And no small part due to that res from Adam.
World of Tanks running wild. It's one of the things that's actually really nice when you're running this Bastion composition is that you do get the benefit of running a Mercy with it a lot of the times. Adam's very comfortable on the Mercy, was one of the best Mercies for a very long time when she dominated the meta, is very hard to kill. One of the slipperiest Mercies you'll ever find, and that res absolutely saved him. Can this Dragon Blade bring it back for LG?
They're trying to do it, but it's going to be Rib with a beautiful charge. Just charges Manton to his death. Gave no cares whatsoever about the Dragon Blade. And Cheer4 picks up 2 in the back line. Zave trying to do anything in the back here as Ana, but probably not going to happen as C9 just getting everything they want and more. Kai got to throw the Graviton there because why not? They've won the round, they've won the map, and they're going to win their first set here of the day. And C9 looking awfully strong here, Hex.
They look kind of what we expected them to look like, just very, very good. They have very specific strategies, and I think the one we're going to see is probably World of Tanks coming up.
Starts out as a turret. Look at Ruster, man. Ruster just takes off, and the tank form as the fall through. Not only effective, but pretty stylish as well.
I will say it's a little bit odd. They did look like a completely different team without running the Reinhardts, and it opened up things a little bit more for Rib. Maybe Ruster felt he was getting out-Rhined, but at the same vein, his Winston did not do a whole lot for that team.
No, not at all. And it's in theory, I think the Winston was fine. I mean, we've seen Winston get played to really high levels recently. Do I dare utter the name of our new savior in Miro? But Ruster did not quite have a